Hey everyone, I'm Mind, and this is set number 71831, Ninja Spinjitzu Temple from the first Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 3 wave. This set contains 158 pieces, 4 minifigures, and a molded Baby Dragon figure, and it will retail for $39.99 in the US when it officially releases on January 1st, 2025. This set was gifted to me early for review by the LEGO group through the LEGO Ambassador Network, but all opinions expressed in this video are entirely my own. I'm doing early reviews of all of the January 2025 Ninjago sets right now. In fact, there should already be quite a few others up on the channel right now, so make sure to go check those out after this video if you haven't seen them yet. And also, let me know in the comments which set do you want to see an early review of next. If you're enjoying these reviews and you want to see more, leaving a like on the video and subscribing to the channel would mean the world to me. Liking and subscribing does a ton to help support me in the channel and also helps YouTube to show you my videos more often. But now, with all of that being said, let's get into the review. So this set is our 4+ set for this wave. If you guys aren't familiar with what 4+ is, usually we have one 4+ Ninjago set every single wave, and the idea is they're built for a slightly younger audience than the main wave of sets. So they use a lot of big pieces, very simple building techniques, there's no stickers in this set, everything's a print. They're basically designed so that kids as young as 4 years old can build them. So as such, it's always very weird to cover 4+, because of course I'm not the main target audience for this set. I'm pretty sure most of you guys are not the target audience for this set. And because the builds typically are so simple, they are just not up to par with other sets. That doesn't make them bad, they're good at what they're aiming to do, like be fun sets for very little kids. But for older collectors, often there's not a ton of value to them. But I'm very surprised to say, that is not the case with this one at all. In fact, I really like this set. I think this is the best Ninjago 4+ set ever. And after I review all the different sets in a wave, I usually do my video covering all of them and telling you like which ones I recommend you guys buy. And I think this is the first time ever that a 4+ set is actually going to end up on that list. Because I genuinely think if you're trying to get every minifigure but you don't necessarily want to get every set of this wave, this is a set that you absolutely should get, which is wild to say. Because yeah, the minifigure selection's really good, though we'll get into that in a moment when we take a look at the minifigures. The build itself, though, is like way better than it has any right to be. So let's go through it. It's built in 4 different sections that are very easy to separate. You have like this platform at the front right here that can come off. Then the main entranceway in the center, so these 2 side sections can also be removed. So if you want to rearrange them or just display certain parts individually, that's an option you have. Let's start with the platform in the center. It's got these 2 gear pieces on it that can spin. And the idea with this is you can place 2 ninja minifigures on here and have them like fight against each other to train. Very simple the way that's done, but honestly I feel like that's a lot of fun and I would love to see this in like a full-size set. Because you can have them whack weapons against each other and you can even try to like knock one of the other ninja off. Something kind of interesting that I hadn't seen before, the gear's attached to the spinning turntable piece, which has been around for a very long time. I remember playing with it as a kid. But typically this is 2 different parts, right? There's the square part and then there's the circular part that goes in the center. I guess because it's a 4+ set though and they wanted to make it easy to build, these parts come already together in this set. You don't actually have to place that circular piece inside. They do still come apart if you want to take them apart for some reason, but I think it's interesting to see they came pre-built. Behind that we have the main section, the biggest section with these giant archways. This is basically just one huge piece. It's been around since like LEGO Juniors back in 2016, but every time we get it, it has a different print, and I really like what they did this time around. The white looks very elegant with the little yellow bricks on it, and there's this sort of like implied red wooden archway. There's metallic gold printing too on the dragons and on like that section at the top, and there's a little bit of ninjargon that spells out welcome on this side and ninjas on the other side. In the center there's a little trophy that can be removed. I guess that's for whoever wins the tournament fighting on that little platform, and there's these 2 blades that can come down and like block the path. There's some nice green roof tiles in the top of the structure, and in the center is this golden gong, and you can strike the gong with this accessory that's on this clip out the back. On the left, we have this all-new printed glass window piece. It's got like the core ninja symbol right here, which spells out the word ninja in ninjargon. I call it the core symbol because that was on the back of all the core suits. So it's neat to see that's not been completely abandoned, and it is a very good looking part. You could definitely create like a much bigger Ninjago temple with that in there if you wanted. And there's a few other things for play going on right here. There's 2 seats for minifigures to sit right by this table, and you can see Nya comes with teapot and teacup accessories. So with these seats, this is a place to just like sit down and have tea. This table at the back is a nice place to like place the tea. It has a little letter accessory on top, and the table actually doubles as a storage crate, which you can open up, and inside is a printed LEGO cookie piece. Right next to that, there's a nice little lake and a cherry blossom tree, and we have 2 different little critters. There's a classic LEGO frog piece in its most common color green. That's always good to see. It's been around forever, but it's still a very fun part to this day. And on top of the roof here, there's a little blue bird. I will say I would have liked if the bird had printed eyes, because we have seen this bird piece have printed eyes in other sets. I don't know if we've had the blue one with eyes, but it's definitely a lot stronger when it does have eyes. Unprinted's fine, it's just a little more abstract. But yeah, I would have definitely liked to see that here. It's not the main focus of the set, though. On the right side, the backdrop and base are exactly the same. We have that printed window piece once again and dark green roof tiles, but instead of the tea area and the table, this side comes with an anvil and a hammer. The hammer is the LEGO Marvel Thor's hammer piece, which is always nice to get. It does appear outside of Marvel all the time, but it's always fun to see. But yeah, this can serve as like a little blacksmithing area for Kai. And to tie in with that, right here we also have a little weapon rack, which can also be removed. And it holds 2 of the Ninjago movie Lloyd swords to be extra accessories for the minifigures in this set. Overall, I think this build's really solid, especially for the target audience. Like, for those very young kids, there's a ton to do here. You can have your ninja fight, you can create weapons, you can sit down and have a little tea party. You get swords, you get staffs, you get the trophies, you get the gong. There's little animals to play with, there's like the letter and the cookie. It really just feels like a great all-in-one package here. But then for older collectors, I still like this. It's very flat with like a ton of studs, so honestly it's a pretty good backdrop to just pose your minifigures if you want. Because you can see I have all 5 that come in this set all posed up, and there's still more room. So as a standalone set, it maybe might not look the best on display, but I do think this is like the perfect build to use as a backdrop when you're displaying minifigures. Also, for people who are like interested in stop motion and stuff, this is a great set for that. Once again, the flat wall just makes for a really good background. And like, yeah, a lot of the play features are quite simple, but like the battle play feature at the front, that's really good. Even being very far outside of the target audience, I could still have a lot of fun with it. I'll talk about this a little bit more at the end of this video, but yeah, I genuinely think this is the best 4+ Ninjago set yet. But the build isn't even the best part, so now let's take a look at the minifigures that come in this set. So to start off, we have Lloyd and we have Kai, both in their all-new storm suits. And this might be the most shocking part about this build, because yeah, these are the brand new minifigures for this wave that are not super common in sets, but they're still in the 4+ set. It's really not that often that we see that happen. Thinking back to previous 4+ sets, for example, the crystallized 4+ set used the core suits, not the crystallized suits. Like, yes, the set was technically core as well and not crystallized based, but it was the only core set of that wave. We didn't get the brand new suits in that set. Or when we had the 4+ Destiny's Bounty in 2021, that was based off Season 5 and came with Zane, so they could have given us the Legacy 3 Zane figure that only came in one other set, but nope, all the figures in that set were just the Legacy 1 suits. And it's not that we've never gotten new suits in 4+ sets, plenty of them have included them, but typically it's 1, maybe 2 of the Ninja. We've never seen something like this, a set that comes with 4 of the Ninja in their all-new Ninja suits the same wave that they come out. So this is honestly just an amazing way to get these minifigures, especially because this is the cheapest set that this version of Kai comes in, and this version of Lloyd only comes in one other set, so he's not like super easy to get. So from a distribution perspective, I am very, very impressed by this. In terms of the actual minifigures though, I mean, I like them. The Ninja are like very armored and high-tech this time around. They have this all-new hood piece with like the plating on the front. You can see that sort of on the top of their hoods too. The actual design of all the Ninja this wave is basically identical. The biggest difference is just the symbols on their suits and the color schemes. But something cool about the color schemes is a lot of the Ninja use their secondary color as their main color on their suits, which is something we haven't seen in a very long time, like since Hands of Time. And that was all the way back in 2017, which was, wow, 8 years ago at this point. That can't be right, can it? No, I guess that was my 15th birthday when Hands of Time came out. Wow. Anyway, yeah, Lloyd uses dark green for his torso and his legs, which I think looks so good. And then bright green for detailing. They all have like this gold chest plate underneath. And then he also has lime green on his belt and on his gloves. I will say, I don't know how I feel about the lime green hands on this one. That's the only part that feels a little bit off to me. I feel like they would have been better off leaning a little harder into the bright green. Either that or do lime green on the hood. Now, I think lime green on the hood definitely would have felt like a lot, but it does seem to me like there's too many different colors of actual plastic here. So I wish there was a bit more consistency, because the hood maybe feels a little bit out of place. Compare that to Kai, right? The red hands are the same color as on the hood. He only has 2 colors of actual plastic, and then there's a little bit more in the printing. That's a very minor thing though. In general, I quite like this design. And if we turn these guys around and take a look at their back torso print, you can see another difference between these two. They both have like this dragon symbol on their back that's split in half. So on Lloyd, that's the Source Dragon of Life. On Kai, that's the Source Dragon of Motion. Very curious, though, like, what the split means and what the lines are. You can see those lines are on one side on the front, too. The face prints are just the standard Dragons Rising face prints, so they do have the Dragon Power eyes on the other side. And then these two, unfortunately, do not come with their armor pieces in the set. I think that's the biggest negative of this minifigure selection. It's not the end of the world, because there's plenty of other sets that do come with that armor piece. But yeah, in other sets, the Ninja have the Tournament of Sources armor in black, and that just wasn't included here. Armor pieces usually aren't in 4+ sets, though sometimes we do get them, so I don't know if they're just not allowed to include them or if they just try not to. But either way, I wish they were included, but it's not the end of the world that they weren't. Here are the other two minifigures in this set. We have Nya and we have Zane, also in their brand new storm suits. Now these two unfortunately do not come with their hood pieces in this set, which I definitely would have liked to see because it is just incomplete versions of these minifigures. That being said, these two aren't too difficult to get like in their full versions because they both come in the Dragonian Storm Village set, which is definitely one of the most desirable sets of this wave. So I would much rather these two not have their hoods than Kai and Lloyd not have their hoods. Actual suit design though, you can see is very much the same thing, just with different color schemes. Nya looks absolutely amazing. She uses gunmetal as her base color with the azure fur on top. Metallic blue printing too, it's just so gorgeous. The full version of this figure is just one of the best Nya suits ever. And then this Zane suit, funnily enough, I think I actually prefer without the mask piece, so I don't really mind that it's missing here, though I definitely would have liked the armor piece to still be included. My favorite detail on him, though, is the blue hands. I think that looks really nice. Back torso prints, very similar to the others, again with his dragon symbols. Here are the two source dragons that we don't know the names of. And another pretty cool detail here is Zane's face print. That's not a new face, but it's a very hard to find face, because that's the one from Detective Zane that was exclusive to the Ninjago City markets. Now that piece has been available on Pick-a-Brick for quite a while, but I know not everybody's interested in Pick-a-Brick and not everybody has access to Pick-a-Brick, so it's really great to have like a wide released way to get that piece without it being in a $350 set. It's a great expression for Zane too, just like a happy smile, but it's also a single-sided face. Nya too uses her movie face, not her Dragons Rising face. This isn't super hard to find because she's used it on tons of different minifigures, including her Tournament of Sources minifigure last wave, but hey, it's something different than the face print she has in the other sets from this wave, so I will gladly take it here. And also, I'm just very happy to see Nya and Zane in a 4+ set. We've not had Zane in a 4+ set since 2021, so if there's like a little kid out there who really loves Zane from Ninjago and he wanted to go get a set that was like within his age range, that kid has just not had that option as of recent. Nya actually did come in a 4+ set in 2023, so she's not too difficult to get, but she's still definitely not as common as Suit Lloyd, so I think she was a good inclusion here. So yeah, I would have liked if these minifigures had hoods, but they're still really great, and I love that they're a part of this set. And then the final figure in this set is not a full minifigure, but we have Baby Ryu right here. Now, I think this was such a smart choice to include him in this set. Of course, in the main show, Ryu was growing up. He is not a baby anymore, he was only a baby in Season 1. But this is a phenomenal piece, and he is so darn cute, so I think it's a real shame he grew up after only one wave. We still had Baby Ryu in one set last year, the Aaron Buggy, but of course that's going to retire at some point, and then there's going to be no Baby Ryu on shelves anymore. And especially for kids who are like just getting into Dragons Rising, I think it's important to have this character available in this size. So I think 4+ is a really good way to keep this piece around. It is the same piece from that first Dragons Rising wave, but I'm just glad to see he's not gone for good. For at least like the next year, he's still going to be on shelves. But yeah, it's just a single part, incredible mold. I like how his tail sort of curves at the back. I'm always happy to get extras of this adorable little dude. And so, overall, what are my thoughts on this set? I like this set a lot. I think it is very good, especially for a 4+ set. Now, one thing I haven't touched on yet is the price, and the price is definitely high. Just like every single 4+ set, it feels like a lot of money for what you get. So I want to make it clear, if you're a very casual fan of Ninjago, you don't care about getting every ninja suit, you just want to pick up the sets that you think are fun, that this is probably a very easy set to skip. That being said, you can get 4 of the ninja in one place, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, if you're just looking for fun builds and you maybe just want to pick up a few of your favorite characters, this is not the best value for your money. But if you are a little bit more of a completionist and you want the Kai minifigure or the Lloyd minifigure from this wave, I honestly think I recommend this set over the other two sets that they come in. Because the other set that Kai comes in is $10 more and is also overpriced, so it's like not too much different getting this one versus that one. And the other Lloyd set is cheaper, but I'm also not in love with that build. I genuinely think if you want to get the most out of your money and you want both of those characters, this set is the way to do it. Because yes, the build is very simple, and yes, the price is high, but that's what 4+ has always been. I think this build makes the absolute most out of the 4+ formula, and I just hope to see more sets like it in the future. So yeah, I'm very surprised to say, and I think this is my first time ever doing this. Yes, I do recommend this 4+ set to most Ninjago fans. But of course, those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think of this set in the comments below. I'm actually very curious to hear your thoughts, because I'm sure this is going to be a somewhat divisive one. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like on it, and subscribe to my channel if you're new, and let me know in the comments which 2025 Ninjago set you want to see me do an early review of next. But as for this video, I think that's about all I have to say, so thanks for watching everybody, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thanks for watching everybody, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!